Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Working Man Ron Doyle. I wanted to share a little something with you that may pertain to you, may not, may be interesting, may be entertaining. I bought a 52-inch Milwaukee high capacity mobile workbench. I bought this for a 48-inch sheet metal pan brake, finger brake that's going to go on the backside. I'm going to use this for the work surface. I got this workbench really cheap in comparison to what they're charging. List price on this currently today is $898. Now I've heard that they discontinued this model, and then I've also heard rumored that they're starting it back up again. I got this on September 19th of 2023 for the sum of $530. I bought this through the Salisbury Home Depot. Home Depot is a licensed seller for Milwaukee products. And this fits my needs perfectly, and the price was right. One big downside to this particular toolbox that they told me about, it does not have keys, and half of the drawers are locked. Let me show you. So we got a keyhole here. This drawer is locked, and it's catching on this side, over where the Milwaukee emblem is at. These drawers are all open, as you can see, and I've already put some junk in it. So no problems there. Both of these function like they should. All of these drawers on this side, including the big one in the center, is locked. And what the manufacturers used to do was put it on a string tied to the back of this lock cylinder, and they would put the keys tethered to it, and the keys would hang down out here. Well, the Home Depot had this toolbox for a number of years. It was coated in dust. And I kept my eye on it for over a year, knowing that I wanted it and what I was going to do with it. And they recently put us on clearance, marked it down because the keys were missing. They talked to the Milwaukee rep. Milwaukee rep could not get keys for this box. Now, there are some numbers on the front. R08 is the numbers that are on the front. Now, I Googled this, and apparently on a Google search I could find the cylinder and the keys for an R08. I'm speculating the keys are actually locked in this box. And the interesting thing, a lot of these boxes, different manufacturers, these boxes have so much spring tension on the locking mechanism. You could have this unlocked and actually hit it or ajar it and catch the mechanism just right where it locks. And I'm suspecting that's what's happened. So now that this is my toolbox, I'm going to break into it. For bump guard that holds this particular dent protector in place. They got one at the bottom. They've got one, this flips up, flips down. There's one on this back corner. You can see that. There's one right down here on each corner. And of course, there are one on the other side. Well, they had the screws with this on the right and left side of it, but they didn't have the guard. And what I'm probably going to do is rob Peter to pay Paul to hold this guard on so it doesn't flop around. But let me get you a little close-up to why I think this is possible. I'm going to put a shim. We got a gasket scraper. Put a gasket scraper right in here. I'm going to put this flashlight on it so you all can see. But what we're looking for is a hanging string that looks like dental floss. So, I don't know if you can see that shining. See if I can get you just right on this. I see two strings, and I don't know if you all can see that. The light might be a little bit blinding, but if you look in there just right, there are two strings hanging down right where I said they were. Now, I can't force this open enough, because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna strain this, possibly bend the lock mechanism on this side of the box. So my plan of attack, we've got some products up here, and this is what we electricians know as push pennies. They sell these in assorted sizes. Got some picks. Got a 1 3/8 hole saw, because the The one I'm going to be using is for a 1-inch knockout. It's a 1-inch push penny. I've got a gasket scraper. We have a 5/32 Allen wrench, and like I said, we got the hole saw. What I'm going to do is set you up on a stand. We're going to pull this drawer out, and what I'm going to do is attempt to break in this by drilling a hole saw in this sheet metal directly below the slide out drawer panel, and that way it's not as conspicuous of me breaking in, and when I get it fixed, it's not going to be too obvious when the push penny is underneath of this drawer panel that I've done something to it. So let me get you set up. Now this thing's got a two-way reversible top. There are 6 Allen flush head screws in the top of this. I'm going to take these off, set the top to the side, get it out of the way, and then take the drawer slide out. Now, these drawer slides are fairly, get you a little closer. These drawer slides are fairly easy to take out, and I'm going to do it to get it out of my way. If you look on the side of the drawer, there's a tab here. You pull this tab up on the opposite side, you push that one down, pull the drawer slide out, push them out of the way so you don't damage them. Now, what I'm going to look for on this top of the sheet metal up here is spot welds. I don't see any spot welds. This is a 90 and a 90, and I want to stay far enough back if there is a support under here, which it sounds like I'm going to be good if I measure back about 4 inches and drill that hole. I do see the string hanging, and the plan is drill the hole, pull the keys out that I'm suspecting are in this drawer. Now, one thing that might stop me is the store manager told me that he believes the drawer liners are in this drawer, and if those drawer liners are in the way and laying on top of that key, I might have a little difficulty getting that key out. Let's hope not. Facing of the drawer from the front end is 1.25 inches. So we're looking back as far as that. I want to put this push penny, somewhere dead center of 3 inches. You can see that. And it's close to this physical lock. Let me show you, I can see. Get you where I can show you where this is going here. Somewhere in relation to this. If I have to take the lock out, I can increase the size of the hole saw, put a bigger push penny in, physically get some tools on this. If I have to take the cylinder out, I want this in a good spot. So I'm going to use a 2-inch push penny as a reference for my measurements. Somewhere, I'm thinking that right there looks pretty decent. So our measurement, 3 inches still looks good. We'll set our square up so we can get 3 inches on that. Like that. And then I'm going to try to keep it away from these pop rivets in this 90-degree break line here by about 1/2 inch. So I'm going to say right there. Alright, that's our target mark right there. I got my homemade center punch. Give a little center punch to that. Now, oh, I lost you. Where'd you go on me? Alright, now this is a spider mandrel and a Lennox hole saw. Pop this out because normally when you drill sheet metal, what happens is you go through so fast that the sheet metal, this grabs the sheet metal, rips it, and then you lose center on your bit. So I put my safety glasses on, and I'm going to drill this hole first, trying not to go too deep and messing something up in that drawer. Oh! Hopefully that wasn't too deep. The shavings are probably hot. I'm going to put our 1 3/8 hole saw on it. And this is so thin a sheet metal, I'm not going to worry about cooling it on this. Now this hole saw is wallering out pretty big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a brush. And the brush is playing hide and seek. Get these shavings out of the way. Now, so I don't rip this out, what I'm going to do is put this in reverse and finish this out in reverse. A little hot. I'm gonna burn the hole saw up. Well, hopefully I didn't smoke that. Pretty hot. Let's see what. Oh, that's just lovely. We've got something on fire down in the drawer. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, like I suspected, look at that. There's the keys that I was looking for. Now I got something on fire in this toolbox, so I gotta open this sucker up quick. Let's get you on the stand. Something's smoking in here. What do we got? What do we got? Open up. Come on. Come on. Well, this is getting more interesting by the minute. I got the keys out. You seen that in the video. I intercepted a phone call. Hopefully you seen that. We got R08 keys. We have 2 of them. You can see the hot metal that I actually had drilled out had landed on this key and was smoking it. I don't see any more smoke coming out of the toolbox, but it kind of worried me, and I tried to get these keys in as quick as I could. Well, this is the only key cylinder on this side of the box. Is this one. I'm looking at the key. I don't know if you can see this, but normally there's a high point on the key, and neither one of these keys have the high point on it. It's totally missing. Key goes in the cylinder. It goes around and around. It's not engaging nothing. It's totally dead. The drawer is still locked, and I've got the keys out in my hand and cannot open this. Milwaukee, what did you do? I thought I was able to fix this from a simple human error, that where these keys got locked in the box from a tether string, and apparently something's fell apart in here and it's not engaging. So I've tried both directions. Well, I'm glad I'm making this video in case there is someone that has a problem getting into the 52-inch Milwaukee rolling tool chest. This hole I found out after I got gun-ho and drilled a hole and fished the keys out, thinking I was going to get the box open. Key is dead. The lock is dead. The key does work the lock, but looking around, I'm pulling the drawer and I'm listening for a noise to see where the noise is coming from. And I'm looking around here. I'm listening. Okay, so we're still at the front of the box. I'm pulling on it, and I hear a clacking coming from this front corner. All right, well, let's see if I can get you to see this. If you're looking down, get you zoomed in on this. All right, you can see a slide bar that goes down all the way down to the bottom. Well, I'm gonna get you set up here and see if I can get my fat pliers in here and possibly show you what I'm doing and how to unlock this box. Alright, I don't have a camera mount to hold this, so I've got the flashlight propped up there so you can see. Now I'm doing this blindly here. I'm looking in the camera to see this, just as you are. I've got some pretty long pliers here. Let's see if I can get onto that thing. Might have to move the light out. Yep, I'm gonna have to move the light out of the way. But basically, yep, send it for repair. We're trying to get onto that plate down there. Now I got the screwdriver on it, or pliers on it. I've lifted it up. Now let me show you what happened here. Well, look at that. There is a slotted bar that rides up and down inside of this column over here, and that's what locks all the drawer fronts on this corner down. Did find one lock component. Let's see what else. Let's see what else other treasures may be hidden in here. Yeah, there's the nut, lock nut. All right. Apparently, that lock nut fell off, causing the drawer to lock, causing whoever to try to open this up couldn't get it open because the keys were inside. So what I'm going to do is deburr this hole, put a push penny in it, get all this, get this lock mechanism. I'm going to see if I can get you in here, put this lock mechanism back together so we can get it operational. Pretty much every time that this drawer shuts without this lock mechanism working, the drawer's going to lock. Same way with these. When I grab the bar, all these drawers are functioning fine. The cord assembly coming through the back for the power strip on the side came through this drawer. I've already pulled that out. That was jamming that drawer up. Now I'm going to take this drawer out so that we can get a better access point on it. And this drawer's got 2 slides on it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back after studying this thing, and basically you have got a fulcrum point. The fulcrum point, there is a pin. There's a pin right in there. You can see it right there. This rail slides back and forth on it. And you have another one on, so get you focused in on this. Get another one on that side, right there. So what this does is with the lock and this going through the hole, when I get it lined up, this one pulls when it's in the up and down position like you see it now. The box is totally unlocked, okay, and when this bar is straight across, it actually sends facing the toolbox. It sends this bar up. Now this is facing the toolbox. This is the left front facing, and as you can see it sends this up, sends this piece up right here, and what it does is engages the drawer slide to stop the drawer slide from sliding totally out. Okay, on this side, the bar engages the top. Now I've got the flashlight on it right here, as you can see, and it basically interlocks with the drawer slide. So both sides of this toolbox, the right side and the left side of this toolbox, will lock when this mechanism is all lined up and working properly. But what I found out was, with this mechanism in the all the way up position, let me get you set up on a stand and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Well, apparently there's not enough room for the flat washer and the lock nut at the same time, so I took the what I've done was took the lock nut back off, and I'm took the lock nut off, took the washer off, putting the lock nut back on by itself. Apparently there's not enough shoulder on the bolt to snug it up, and what had happened was they were caught onto the nylon lock and it popped off. There wasn't enough thread holding it. So now we've got a little bit of lock nut, or a little bit of a shank from the cylinder coming out of the lock nut, which should hold it. I'm going to get the drawer inserted, because apparently the drawer's got something to do with the drawer slide not going all the way back. Hopefully I don't got that a little too tight. Let's loosen it up just a little bit. Let's see what I'm doing here. Just a little bit. I'd really like to put that washer. That's pretty good. Alright, let's get you outside this toolbox. Get this lined up here. Not on. The cylinder's tight, but apparently it's working. It's really tight. But all the drawers are locking, and in the unlocked position, the drawers are not hanging up on the slide rails on the sides. So now that that's taken care of, let's get this hole deburred, and I'll go ahead and get a push penny in it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope the video was a little informative on how I actually broke into my own toolbox, drilling out the metal slug falling down into the drawer, smoking the drawer liner, a couple of them, and I was worried about catching the drawer liners on fire to actually aid me on getting the keys out. Not knowing that the slide locking bars are down on the right and left side of this toolbox, the aid of long needle nose pliers going down in the corners to pull up to release the lock mechanism would have been a great help. I didn't know that. I'm hoping you all learned that from this video, from my mistake, to save you all some time on doing your repair. If you have an issue with your 52-inch high capacity mobile workbench, I keep calling it a toolbox. To me, it's a toolbox. It's a workbench. If you all thought the video was helpful, informative in any way, I would greatly appreciate you all giving me a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel for future videos on things that I do. Look, y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Until the next time, stay safe.